neighbors, Haywood has you covered. Learn more.
This is the L2C Media Network, and this is a show that might get a copyright strike if we don't turn it down.
Yeah, when it comes to holiday chub, Americans say join the club. According to a new survey, Americans say they expect 8 pounds
No,
during
I
the
don't.
holidays, and most don't even take.
No, I don't. You look on socks. Look under your tailbone. Yeah, this is enlightening. Live from the Tom O'Neill Studios and the Fred McLeod Sports Desk in Jackson, this is Sports Final. Brought to you and or presented by the L2C Media Network. Now, with the details from the headlines in a nice wide world of sporty balls and a big announcement, unless we spoiled it in the 2 promos we had done earlier. I guess we did, and we're working on things. Here's Steve. Hello, how you doing? How's everything? We got actually 2 announcements we gotta make. We'll make those before the end of our little bitty show here. Thank you, Harry von Stuttgart, our announcer. And without further ado or a don't, if we clear off a nice even spot here, we will get this show started. And before you know it, comes the time we have to show our sporty balls, and we do so well. We got a couple announcements, and we'll give them to you later. But right now, let's just get on with the show here. Can we zip it just a bit bigger? Thank you very much. And all right, let's get to it. Yes, friends, it is time to give you Monday Night Football recap. And hey, all you needed was the Giants, Tommy Buccaneer, and you broke your losing streak. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have moved to 7-3 on the season and remain perfect at Raymond James Stadium after handling the New York Giants a 30-10 deficit. The defending champs got off to a quick start in this Monday Night Football head-to-head as it took just under 4 minutes for them to drive 73 yards down the field to capture the lead in the game's opening possession. As former Giants quarterback Eli Manning noted during the alternate ESPN2 Manning cast alongside his brother Peyton, that was a little too easy. And it was. Yes. Yes, it was. Very little too easy. I see you found it. All you got to do, just turn it down, then turn it on 4 or 6 or 12 or whatever. Anyway, shall we continue? Yes. The 2 clubs with trade field goals and an Adoree Jackson interception did lead to a Giants touchdown to tie the game at 10, but that was it. Afterwards, it was all Buccaneers bonsai. Brady finished Monday completing 30 of his 46 passes for 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. He spread the ball around rather evenly with 4 Buck pass catchers, hauling in 6 receptions on the day. Mike Evans led that unit with 73 yards receiving and a touchdown, while Rob Gronkowski made his return to action after missing time for a rib injury and finished with 71 yards receiving. Meanwhile, Jones finished with 167 yards while completing 23 of his 38 throws to go alongside a touchdown and 2 picks. And there you go. 30-10 Buccaneers over Les Giants, or the Giants. And while we're at it, let's get you up to date. I'm going to lower the camera there. Thank you very much. There we go. There we go. Okay, thank you. All right, let's kick it in gear. As you know, the Cleveland Browns defeated Detroit. So did my mother. But that wasn't all that happened and occurred. Apparently, Baker Mayfield's wife, Emily, got a few choice words to say. It was indeed an ugly win the Browns did to beat the Lions. It was such an ugly win for the Browns that Baker Mayfield's wife, Emily, felt the need to come to the quarterback's defense. In an Instagram story that has since been deleted, Emily Mayfield wrote about Baker Mayfield's toughness while calling out the rest of his Browns teammates. Here is the statement that she posted and then deleted. Yes, I said the word deleted. Quote, no one better say anything bad about Baker Mayfield after this game. I don't think I've seen toughness like this in a while. Maybe the rest of our team should take the hint and get tougher. That's right. Hey, a wife has to defend the husband. That's true emotion. Those comments came after the Browns just barely beat the Lions, who have not won a game this season. Oh, gee whiz. What else can you tell us? 13-10 was the final score. Mayfield declined to speak to the media following the win. He threw for 176 yards with a touchdown, 2 interceptions. QB has been playing with an injured left shoulder for most of the season. Now, Emily is not the first family member of a Browns player to participate in team chatter. Odell Beckham Jr.'s father criticized Baker Mayfield for not targeting his son enough before Beckham Jr. was released and signed with the Los Angeles Rams. Poor baby. You don't like it when you got to share? Oh, come now, Odell. You're a goddamn man. I mean, dear Lord, Odell, grow the F up. You're a football player. You're supposed to be a man. So man up, check your emotions, and just play the game. Be glad you're in Los Angeles, because if you're in Detroit, well, anyway, more NFL news. Yeah, we're going to do things a little screwy, and we'll also explain. Saints quarterback Taysom Hill has signed a 4-year extension that could be worth anywhere from $40 to $95 million, according to his lordship of the NFL, Sir Adam Schefter of ESPN. The deal also includes $22.5 million guaranteed. The deal is unique in that Hill will receive a $40 million base salary for the role he is currently playing as the backup quarterback. He will receive an additional $55 million if he is the starting quarterback for the next 4 seasons. 31-year-old Hill has attempted just 142 passes during his 4 active seasons with the Saints. The majority of those passes took place when Hill replaced an injured Drew Brees for 4 games during the 2020 season. He went 3-1 as a starter over that span while completing 72.7, so we'll just round it off to 73% of his passes, with 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He ran for 8 touchdowns last season while also catching a touchdown pass. Olay! Thank you, blessing. Anyway, we'll sit that there. Hill with 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He ran for 8 touchdowns last season while also catching a touchdown pass. Golly! And just when you thought it was safe to, well, pray for summer football again, they're back. That's right. The United States Football League is prepared to give spring football another try, and on Monday, the 8 teams that will open its first season in the spring of 2022 were revealed on Fox Sports. The league chose 8 franchises that were also in the original USFL, which ran from 83 to 86 and retained rights to key original team names. These are the 8 teams that will play in their opening inaugural season. 4 will be in the Northern Division, and 4 will be in the Southern Division. And here are the Northern Division teams, all of them familiar, including this one, the Michigan Panthers. Do we have the bell? Thank you. Bring the bell up. That's right, the Michigan Panthers, and you bet your buns they're going to play in Ford Field. There you go. Michigan Panthers, New Jersey Generals, Philadelphia Stars, Pittsburgh Maulers. They're in the north. Obvious. Southern Division will have the Birmingham Stallions, the Houston Gamblers, the New Orleans Breakers, and the Tampa Bay Bandits. I may have just misspoke. Now, all 8 teams will play games in one location in the inaugural season. The logos have been updated for the new league, and Fox Sports explained that the central location will be announced at a later date. The league will begin play in April 2022 with games every Saturday and Sunday during a 10-game season. Brian Woods, president of the USFL president of football operations, or words to that effect, spoke in a press release or sent a press release that actually didn't talk but had words on paper or words on a computer screen. Quote, these 8 teams from the core of our initial league membership, these 8 teams form the core of our initial league membership and will represent an exciting brand of professional football coming this spring. We look forward to the start of our inaugural season. Now, USFL is the 3rd attempt at spring football in the last 4 years, hoping to stick past one season after the Alliance of American Football collapsed due to financial issues and an idiot who ran it. Take your pick. And the XFL 2.0 canceled in 2020 due to COVID, then went bankrupt, then was bought by a former wrestler, and yes, I'm going to say the word former wrestler, now actor and all-around bon vivant, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And they are aiming at a 2023 return. The USFL originally debuted in 83 and lasted 3 seasons. Now, the USFL originally launched the careers of Herschel Walker, Reggie White, and many others due to competitive salaries that trumped what the NFL players were making at the time, but the lack of a hard salary cap led to unsustainable payrolls that contributed to the league's demise. The league started with 12 teams and had a territorial draft to load up rosters with familiar local collegiate stars. Now, that version shut down in 86. It had voted to move from spring to fall to eventually compete with the NFL. An attempt to force a merger between the leagues, USFL won an antitrust lawsuit against the league as the NFL violated anti-monopoly laws, but they just won $1 and shut down the ensuing months. Fox Sports will serve as the initial broadcast partner of the league. And one other thing, do you remember a league called the Summer League? The guy that owned it? That's where the USFL came from. That's right. The guy that owned the Summer League has gathered a group, and they decided they're going to change the name of the Summer League to the USFL. They bought the USFL name, rights, logos, name, team names, etc., etc., etc. And, oh, by the way, guess who the equity partner is in this relationship? You say you don't know? You say you want a musical hint? Okay, here's your musical hint with the music instrument of love, the kazoo. All right, it's Fox. Yep, they are equity member, an equity owner or member, either way. But they own a little piece of it. So there you go. So April 2022, the USFL is back on Fox. Yes, again. Yes, yes. Okay, let us get to the top 25. Yes, let us get to the top 25. Can we get to the top 25? How can we get to the top 25? Huh? Simple. 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 We do this well. Deet, dot, deet, doot, doot. Yep, we just type it in. There you go. All right, let's do our tour. The top 25 college basketball little enchiladas. Is this for this week? Yeah, let's get the college basketball rankings. Thank you, boys. Here we go. Happy landing on a chocolate star. Number 25, Xavier. Number 24, USC. Number 23, Florida. Number 22, Connecticut. Number 21, Seton Hall. Number 20, Michigan. Number 19, Auburn. Number 18, BYU. Number 17, Arizona. Number 16, St. Bonaventure. 15, Tennessee. 14, Illinois. 13, Arkansas. 12, Houston. 10, in a tie, Alabama and University of Kentucky. 9th, Memphis. 8th, Texas. 7th, Villanova. 6th, Baylor. 5 is Duke. 4, Kansas Jayhawks. 3, Purdue Boilermakers. 2, UCLA Bruins. And Gonzaga is number 1. There you go. Okay, are we ready for the NCAA men's and women's basketball and everything else? Okay, let's do it. All right, the end of the game. Chicago State, Pacific beat Chicago State 74-68. Thank you. You want to bop that spot? Thank you. College basketball scores, the men. By the way, all scores, as always, presented by Caesar Sportsbook. Who remind you that we are all Caesars. Yes. Okay, 74-58 Pacific over Chicago State. 3:31 left to play. California Baker over Colorado College, 97-54. 6:39 left to play in the second. Santa Clara over TCU, 67-50. Early in the second, it is number 1 Gonzaga over Central Michigan, 56-34. And still early in the second, though, we'll just say mid-ish way into the second, number 24 ranked USC over Dixie State, 59-47. 152 left to play in the first half. It is St. Mary's 31, Notre Dame 26. Here are your final scores. Wichita State over UNLV, 74-73. Little Rock over Northern Illinois, 67-60. In 3 overtimes, Rice defeated Evansville 109-54. Kent State over James Madison 74-69. Charlotte over Toledo Toledo over Charlotte. I didn't see that clearly. 98-86. Duquesne over Bradley 78-70. Boston University over Sam Houston. Caught myself there. 72-59. Oakland beat up Vermont 63-61. Wisconsin 69, Texas A&M 58. In overtime, Tulane 90, Drexel 87. George Washington over Wright State 74-63. In overtime, it was Nichols State over Cal Poly 75-72. UL, University of Louisiana Monroe over Northwestern State, 96-66. Colorado over Brown, 54-52. 12th ranked Houston over Butler, 70-52. Fordham over Akron, 63-43. ETSU, Eastern Tennessee State over Murray State by a score of 66-58. Utah Valley over Idaho, 83-45. Creighton over Southern Illinois, 66-64. LMU over SMU, 76-70. Ohio State over number 21 Seton Hall, 79-76. Cincinnati over 14th ranked Illinois, 71-51. Penn State over Cornell, 85-74. Stony Brook over Sacred Heart, 75-72. 10th ranked Kentucky over Albany, 86-61. Georgia Tech over Charleston Southern, 85-70. Cleveland State over Coppin State, 65-62. Canisius Slam Dance Fredonia State, 106-40. Siena, 72. Harvard, 69. Richmond, 81. Hofstra, 68. Lafayette, 53. Rutgers, 51. Ohio over Mount St. Mary's, 73-59. South Dakota State over Nevada, 102-75. In overtime, it was Troy, 83. Florida Athletics, 78. Virginia, 65. Georgia, 55. Western Illinois over Northern Kentucky by 2, 69-67. Appalachian State over Delaware over Appalachian State. I wish they brought back the arrows when I read these. 75-68. McNeese State over Carver, 98-54. Eastern Kentucky over Eastern Illinois, 82-43. Number 2 ranked UCLA, 75-62 over Bellarmine. LSU over Belmont, 83-53. Oklahoma State over Charleston, 96-66. Southeast Louisiana over Ecclesia, 121-79. Missouri State over LBSU, 92-66. Southeast Missouri State over Missouri Baptist, 71-63. North Dakota State over Tarleton State, 54-53. UT Rio Grande Valley over Northern Arizona, 82-80. Alabama State over Tuskegee, 91-65. South Alabama over William Carey, 96-53. Colorado State over Northeastern, 71-61. Number 23, Florida over California, 80-60. Florida State over Missouri, 81-58. Iowa over West Michigan, 109-61. 13th ranked Arkansas over Kansas State, 72-64. 5th ranked Duke over the Citadel, 107-81. San Francisco over Morgan State, 83-67. Oregon over Chaminade, 73-49. UC Riverside over UTEP, 52-40. UMKC over Idaho State, 74-58. Valparaiso over Jacksonville State by a score of 78-70. Washington State over Winthrop, 92-86. New Mexico over Western New Mexico, 88-63. Wyoming over Grand Canyon, 68-61. Washington over George Mason by 3, 77-74. Providence over Northwestern, 77-72. Seattle over Arkansas Pine Bluff, 77-56. That's the men. Coming up, we'll bring you the ladies. That's right, we got the ladies. Let's get you the ladies. Yes, nice ladies. Let's get you the women's college basketball scores. And why, thank you very much. And all but one game were, I guess. Let's see. Let's go to this one. Find out if there was any. Nope. No. No Weiner there. Why not? Give me Why not? Give me the boom on this one because it is the 23rd. No, guys, I did not want that one. I want the one that we have no score on, people. Okay, so it's obviously someone forgot to inform the public how Arkansas State and Southeast Missouri State did so. So here we go. We'll just scrub around. South Carolina, number 1 ranked South Kakalaki over number 2 UConn 73-57. Number 23 South Florida over number 9 Oregon 71-62. Number 13 ranked Michigan over Oakland 69-58. Eastern Illinois 79, Oakland City 60. Oklahoma 88, Minnesota 69. San Diego State 55, UAB 51. Eastern Kentucky over Union Kentucky 120-53. George Washington over Quinnipiac 54-50. Georgia State over Alabama 62-61. Appalachian State over Winston-Salem 81-49. Florida over USC Upstate 7-6-54. Holy Cross 7-9. Connecticut College 36. Elon Musk over NCA&T 76-66. Furman beat Erskine 63-27. Mississippi State beat Bethune-Cookman 94-53. Northern Illinois beat Bradley 80-59. Villanova 66, Penn 63. Purdue beat Marshall 72-60. Middle Tennessee beat Texas Tech 65-47. Louisiana Tech 77, Nichols 48, Buffalo 88, Syracuse 79. Over Centenary, Louisiana 70-36. Chicago State 71, Wisconsin 63. That's a final after OT, which is overtime. A&M Corpus Christi beat Pacific 81-61. Arkansas 65, SMU 58, Colorado 81, Sanford without his son 48. Texas Tech 83, Texas State 57, Southern Utah 120, Sagu American Indian 59, Wyoming 71, Chadron State 48, and another blank late score was never turned in between Georgia Southern and San Diego Christian. So we don't know who the hell won those two games. Cha-cha-cha. Let's go to the reason we impart this wisdom of wackiness to you, and that is the G League. That's right. That's right. We're finally getting things screwy. That's right. We're getting all screwy here. And I like it. I like it like that. Okay, we're looking for 23. Yes, we are. 21, 22, 23. All right. No, we got to do Monday scores. Okay, well, there's only one game on Monday. That one game, Mexico City Capitans beat the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. No, excuse me. I blooped up. Rio Grande Valley Vipers beat Mexico City Capitans 125-123. Oh, aren't you glad you're here tonight? And that's it for the G League. Let's now go to where seldom is heard a discouraging word. And the scores we do till we wrap up and puke. So let's take this. No, we got that wrong. Let's take you to the NBA. Ba 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 ba. And let's go to the big old scoreboard. We only got one game that is still going on, 24 seconds left. So we might as well just call it a final score. Actually, 22 seconds left. The Philadelphia 76ers lead the Sacramento Kings by a score of 102-92. Final scores. Oh, we got them. Would you like them? I'm glad you would, because we do have them. Brooklyn Nets beat the hapless Cleveland Cavaliers 117-112. Charlotte Hornets over the Washington Wizards 109 to 103. Let's keep the ball rolling. Boston Celtics over to Houston Rockets 108-90. Houston sucking big time. That's right, 108-90. Rockets suck big time. Atlanta Hawks over the Oklahoma City Thunder 113-101. Indiana Pacers over Chicago Bulls 109-7-7. Minnesota Timberwolves over the Pelicans 110-9-6. The defending NBA champion, the Minnesota Bucks. No, the Milwaukee Bucks, not the Minnesota Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks over the Orlando Magic 123-92. Los Phoenix Suns over the San Antonio Spurs 115-111. And the Memphis Grizzlies took out the Utah Jazz and taught them how to play jazz 119-118. There you go, right there. Happy landings on a chocolate star. Now from the hardwood to the hard synthetic ice. So here we go, gang. Here we go again on our own. There you go. Let me just. Anyway, there we go. I gotta get this nice and straight. There we go. All right. We're okay. We're straight. All right. Only one game still going on in the NHL. 19:05 remaining in regulation. Carolina Hurricanes over the San Jose Sharks 1-0. Here are your final scores with Molson's Cup 3-star selections. The Columbus Blue Jackets over the Boston Sabres 7-4. Roslovic for Columbus, 2 goals and an assist. Thank you very much. Domi for Columbus, 1 goal, 2 assists. Thompson for Buffalo, 2 goals. Predators over the Mighty Ducks, 3-2. Johansson for Nashville, 1 goal, 1 assist. Trennan for Nashville, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Granlund for Nashville, only 1 goal. St. Louis Blues over the Golden Knights of Vegas, 5-2. Falk for St. Louis, 1 goal, 1 assist. Binnington for St. Louis, 32 saves. And O'Reilly was a factor with 1 goal for St. Louis. The Avalanche defeated the Senators 7-5. Makar for Colorado, 2 goals. Sanford for Ottawa, 3 goals. And Kadri for Colorado, 1 goal and 3 assists. And finally, the Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Winnipeg Jets 3-1. Jerry for Pittsburgh, 30 saves. Hillebuk, Winnipeg, 33 saves. And Heinen for Pittsburgh, 1 little goal. That is correct. 1 little goal. That is your NHL, but we're not done with hockey yet, kiddies. No, sir. Let's go to the AHL, which is the American Hockey League. And let's buzz a couple of scores, if we are allowed to buzz any scores. We are. There's only one game, and that game is the Ontario Reign lead the Stockton Heat with 2:09, with about 2 minutes left to play in regulation. 5-3 Ontario over Stockton. And in about 1:58 seconds, that'll be the final score. So we're going to call it easy. That's your final. Unless due notified. So now let's take you to the Ontario Hockey League, and we find out there were no games. Were there any games on Monday? This is what we want to know. No games played on Monday. So, hey, We're dominant on this, folks. Okay, let us go to the games that actually the pronouncement. Uh, in the Lakers Pistons game in Detroit, there was a little dust up when the cheap shot artist LeBron James decided to elbow. That's right, decided to. I'm just going to say it point blank. He hit Detroit Pistons center Isaiah Stewart in the face, and his face was a crimson mask of blood. And I mean, this was a severe penalty that should have gotten a severe hit, but we all know the NBA is led by a coward, Adam Silver. You remember him? He's the one that sent the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers away. Yeah, he acts tough when it's an old owner, but when it's LeBron James got suspended 1 game, while Isaiah Stewart got a 2-game suspension. Guess when this suspension will be ended? When the Pistons visit the Lakers in Los Angeles. Oh, is that going to be a game to watch? I wonder if local will be able to do it or if it'll be on a national basis. The suspension itself will cost Lagoon $284,004, according to Bobby Marks of ESPN. That alone is fairly significant, but it gets better for Los Angeles. Gee, how much better? They will be awarded a luxury tax credit of $142,002. Half of that money, which ultimately projects to save them $532,508 in total. Why so much? Because the luxury tax is not dollar for dollar. The tax goes up the deeper a team delves into it. And the Lakers, with a payroll of nearly $157 million, are way far above the line. That means savings of any kind are amplified. Laker fans obviously don't care if the Buss family saves money, but such savings are meaningful considering how the Lakers built their roster. This is a team with 10 players making minimum salaries. They chose not to re-sign Alec Caruso at a discount, largely because of the luxury tax cut. This is not a team that is willing to spend recklessly. Bullshit. This savings matter to the front office. And they might even come in handy at the trade deadline or on the buyout market when adding talent will certainly carry an enormous financial cost. Though, for the time being, there is little evidence suggesting that the Lakers plan to be aggressive in upgrading their roster. Ultimately, this suspension is unlikely to have a meaningful on-court impact for the Lakers beyond the next game, but the luxury tax has been a thorn in their side this season, and saving a bit of money against it can't hurt. Yummy. What can I say? Yummy. Yummy for that team. Of course, this is the team that defended their title and then lost it in the first playoff round. Okay, let's go from hockey, or let's go from. Did we even do hockey? Yes, we did. We did hockey. We did basketball. Yes, we did. Yeah, we did all that. Okay, thank thee. Thank thee very much. Nothing happening in the old media world, but we do have a college basketball notation. Citadel coach Dugar Balcom collapsed on the court Monday night shortly after his team's game versus number 5 Duke in Durham, North Carolina got underway. He was reportedly taken to Duke University Hospital for further evaluation. The 61-year-old Balcom collapsed between the scorer's table and his seat on the bench just 63 seconds into action in the first half, shortly after the Citadel scored its first basket of the night. Medical personnel helped him off the court after he received attention on the sideline, and he was given more medical assistance at Cameron Indoor Stadium before being taken to the hospital. Play was delayed as Balcombe received evaluation after his collapse. He walked off the court unsteady on his feet with his arms draped around paramedics. Associate head coach Jack Castleberry took over in his absence, and we wish him a speedy and healthful recovery. Okay, let us go to where the fun really is, and that is our international sports desk. And let's do her tour. Spanish La Liga action. Rayo Vallecano defeated Mallorca 3-1. Italia Series A. Hellas Verona over Empoli 2-1. Torino over Udinese 2-1. In Danish soccer, it was Aalborg over Sandersk 3-1. Greek Super League. Panathinaikos over Lamia 3-1. On Sweden, it was Djurgårdens and Norrköping tied at 1. Kalmar over Örebro 2-1. Mjällby over Östersund 2-0. Turkish Super League, Kayserispor and Goteps tied at 1. Trabzonspor over Gaziantep 3-0. And we are now just one little segment left, and that is still our international look. So let's make this let's make it proud that we can make our 2 announcements. So here we go. Yeah, we've already done all that. Okay, let's give you an update on the only game that's going on in the NHL. It's in the third period, 8 minutes remaining. San Jose and Carolina tied at 1. In cricket, in the World Test Series, cricket, West Indies defeated West Indies right now. Batting, if you wish to say that, in the first innings. Sri Lanka 386 to West Indies 173 over 70. In the 2020 International, Pakistan beat Bangladesh 127 over 5 to Bangladesh's 124 over 7. And to update the final in Monday Night Football, it were the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 30, New York Giants 10. And before we go, we got two little announcements for you. And here they are because, well, we can make this announcement. The first announcement is on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, we said we were going to do a live reading. Now, this is because we think on Thanksgiving Day, the sports world pauses, some of the sports world pauses to give thanks while the others play. And we said we were going to read Superdead. We may change that. We are going to do a live read, but I think we're going to do one of a classic comic book. So tune in for that on Thursday night here on Sports Final. And the other big announcement is you have all asked, and we are going to explain what the heck are we using sporty balls for? Well, besides it being fun, it was a thing made by Mandy Summers on one of the member streams of her YouTube channel, which I was a part of, and I still am. Didn't get invited this time, but I'm hoping to be invited back on the next stream. But instead of calling it Sports Final, she said it was sporty balls. Well, I should have got the hint the first time she said, because sporty balls has stuck with us through the various changes of our show's name and all sorts of things. But I didn't get it until today. So I'm here to make the following announcement that on Christmas Day, December 25th, Sports Final will make way for a total revamp. We're still going to do sports, but we're going to add things to it like weather and entertainment. We're going to talk wrestling and other sports. And we're going to hopefully have some more chatters in the room. We will also continue to update Comicsgate things from the new comic books from our friends at Comicsgate via Indiegogo.com. And we'll continue to keep people updated on that on our show. But we figure since we're growing and we're going to expand our horizons, we need a better name. So what better name than on December 25th, we're going to take the name Mandy Summers gave us. That's right. Beginning December 25th, Sports Final will be called Steve Sporty Balls. You got to see the logo, but you can't see it yet. You got to wait. You got to wait for December. Sometime in December, we will debut. Well, I think we debuted the logo. So if you didn't see the logo, don't worry, you'll get another chance. But from December 25th, Sports Final becomes Steve's Sporty Balls, and we'll be glad to show them to you every night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern, or 11:35 Eastern, Monday through Saturday, Sunday at midnight Eastern. And it's going to be fun and exciting, and I hope everybody likes it. It's sports, it's sports talk, and more. We're going to make sports even more funner. We're going to talk about wrestling. We'll talk other sports, and we'll still give you the scores. We'll give you a national look at the weather and a local Michigan look at it, and keep you in tune as to everything happening in sports and entertainment. Steve Sporty Balls will be showing December 25th. Don't miss it. And with that said, thank you all very much, and our Sporty Balls feel blessed with your appearance. We'll talk to you all tomorrow, same time, same place. It'll be Tuesday then, if it isn't now. Thanks, everybody. I'm Steve, the Baxman Baxley, and this has been Sports Final, a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the fun, the enchantment, the good folks of the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. We will see you tomorrow with more Sports Final. December 25th, I'll show you Steve's Sporty Balls. They're big, they're huge, and they're blessed. And of course, Thanksgiving night, I think I'm going to do a live read from one of my classic comic book collections. I don't know what, but it's going to be fun. We hope you'll tune in. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Good night. God bless. Let's go home. Have a great night, everybody, and a good morning.